working all week for a paycheck. By Friday, I'm ready to scream. Hate all this hustle and bustle, man. You know I really hate this scene. So I get off on the rocks. Yeah, yeah. Off on the rocks. Oh, baby, I get off on the rocks. Woo! Off on the rocks.
I'm what they call an adrenaline junkie.
If you haven't rolled it over, you haven't been having fun.
Maximum carnage.
You gotta get up there and just, feel the rocks out.
We love everything about Jeeps.
Now that's an interesting license plate.
Step way back in case any rocks fly out.
Just keep hitting it.
Is that something you do?
Oh, yeah!
Now my butt puckered on that one. How about you?
I had more fun than a tornado in a trailer park.
You just love it here.
Hi, I'm Dave Irick, and you're about to meet a group we like to call the Dirty 30. Because, well, there's 30. And then, in this sport, they love getting dirty. Today, we're gonna get inside the head of one more of the Dirty 30 and find out what drives him to the edge. We'll also teach you a four-wheeling skill every off-roader needs to know. We'll even show you how to transform your next cookout into a banquet fit for a king. All this while we crawl up one of the most rugged, breathtaking trails in the West. Now, rough riding on these back roads wouldn't be complete without a trail boss. Meet Rick Russell, a four-wheeling legend for over 30 years. Rick, what you got for us on today's trail?
Well, we're out here at the El Mirage Recreation Area. There's 24,000 acres out here, and we're up here next to the Shadow Mountains and the rough wheelers.
Bob, tell us a little bit about the trail you've got for us.
Well, the trail we have today is rough, loose hills, a little bit of sand, some canyons, maybe on a scale of 1 to 5, 3, 4, sometimes a 5.
Today, we'll be riding shotgun with another member of our Dirty 30, Dave Snoopy Talenko, and a few of his buddies from a four-wheeling club called the Rough Wheelers. Along with Dave, meet Bob, Andy, and Bruce. Now, the unique thing about Snoopy and his buddies is they're responsible for getting a brand new trail opened up in the El Mirage area. But before they could hit the road, Rick quickly learned there was one order of business they needed to attend to.
Snoopy, exactly how did you do this?
Well, we were going on Snoopy's Gulch. We were pre-running it. We wanted to make sure it was going to be good for today. But going back down, I just turned into this side of this rock, and it kept on turning. That's the rock right there. That yellow paint right on that rock. It looks like Snoopy yellow. The rock was inside here.
Wow.
And if I had been strapped in, I might have gotten hurt. As it was, I didn't get hurt at all, just my feelings.
Now, Rick figures he should have first crack at removing the door.
Look at it, they were already loosened for you. How about that?
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. That's what's supposed to happen.
Forget Rick. Andy knows what to do.
Close. Oh, here's some more parts down here I gotta take off.
Maybe a third guy would help.
There you go. Screwdriver. Right to the post. Don't let my wife see this.
Nope. Better get number 4.
I think I got a quarter stick of dynamite.
Enter guy number 5.
Don't cut the out good stuff.
So, how many four-wheelers does it take to remove a door?
Job. That's how you open a door. Hey, Andy, would you hand me my auxiliary door? We're ready.
And with that, our rough-wheeling crew was on their way.
Ready to go.
Okay, Bob, where are we going here on Fearless Farley's trail?
We're going to start right here, Hugger's Hill.
Hugger's Hill.
Hugger's Hill.
Hugger's Hill. This hill was named after Hugger. That's a gal in our club. She got to go up this hill first, and we named it after her.
Let's go do it, guys.
There's going to be a lot of people that are going to ask, why do you need a new trail?
The Jeep clubs have a real positive impact on the area as far as the environment, as far as cleaning up old mine sites and old homesteads and trash dumps and so forth.
You'll find that, in general, off-road community does not leave trash.
This hill is a pretty famous hill in our club. It's called Tire Shredder Hill. I think most of the members have gotten at least one tire on it. I've gotten 5 extremely sharp rocks. The reason they call it Fearless's Trail is because Fearless went out on the first days that we were there, and he found this trail and he conquered it. We named him Fearless back in the late 60s because he was fearless and he'd be the first one on the trail to have to conquer it.
Now this is something that you won't see unless you have a four-wheel drive vehicle. This vista out here is just awesome. I mean, look at that view. The Mirage Dry Lake bed in the back, which is not so dry today. Got the mountains in the back, the National Forest. I mean, it is just gorgeous up here.
We're getting ready to head off towards phase 2 of Snoopy's Gulch. This is awesome coming down this part. It doesn't look like a heck of a lot, but there's 2 or 3 little waterfalls and they progressively get further and further apart and deeper. And if you watch the tires in the front, they'll keep washing out and sliding down the hill. See what I mean? It just keeps on sliding down the hill. You turn, turn, turn. Oh, it doesn't want to turn. I know it'll make it. It's awesome. Here's Bruce. He makes it look like there's no big deal. Over to his left here, that's a sheer cliff. That's about a 7 or 8 foot drop off, straight down. It's not a comfortable feeling. Now Russ is going to show us that he hasn't done this for a while. You know, he's got a really built up Jeep here. You'll see here, he gets quite a thrill out of going up this hill because he can get a little air in his tires. That boy, Rick. There's our Fearless. Now, he does not like side hills. And what he even likes less is compound side hills.
Tell you what, that was a good pucker there.
What? We can't brake now. The suspension is killing me. Many people use their rigs to get away from work. But if you don't know how your rig works, you may end up spending more time getting your rig to work than if you just went to work. Whoa, 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 whoa! He hit the lock.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, come out here and explain what you've done to your suspension. Tell us what you've done to that suspension to make it do that. What do you think, David?
I think there's some perfectly good road right over here.
You know, in this case, there is a perfectly good road, but, you know, we kind of want to see how the suspension's working on this. Carl, what have you done to the suspension to make this thing work like that?
This is kind of customized a little bit more than your average vehicle. We've got a anti-rock sway bar up front, 3-link coil suspension underneath the front end, leaf springs in the back. The front's got coil-over shocks. They're heavy-duty axles. Everything's been changed.
So you're saying my Mini doesn't have this?
No. You know what we do is every vehicle has some kind of a sway bar in it, David.
Okay.
But
I've been to the sway bar at happy hour one time.
That's a different kind of sway bar.
Oh, okay. What's this one?
What happens with a sway bar is it keeps the vehicle level when you go around corners or when you go over rocks or bumps. It keeps all vehicles level. But in this particular case, what we have to do in the off-road is we've got to disconnect that sway bar so that you get full articulation of the wheels, or in Carl's case, he's taken a kind of a modified sway bar. You can see it's got the bar with the holes in it there. That's an anti-rock system, they call it.
This thing.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it, and you can adjust it for your kind of driving, and they make them actually for the back as well. You either need to disconnect a stock type sway bar or use a system like this to try and force those wheels on the ground. When you're off-roading, you want to keep all the wheels on the ground the best way you can. This is just one way.
Okay. Well, you failed right here. That wheel's not on the ground.
Well, we count that rock as being on the ground.
Oh, okay.
we just don't want it airborne.
Now tell me, you said articulation of the wheels. What's an articulation?
You see, if you take a look at the front and the back of this vehicle, you see how low this tire is right here, all the way down on the ground.
Okay.
And look at that left rear tire there, how it's all jammed up under the fender well.
All right.
So articulation is the movement of the wheels up and down, but also in relationship to the front and back.
Ah.
And so in this case, this vehicle articulates quite well. And again, the articulation, good articulation, is so that you keep those wheels on a surface so you have traction.
Okay.
And also you don't roll over.
Right, that was my next question. How much higher can this guy go before he rolls over?
Actually, he can go quite a bit higher.
Really?
This Jeep works quite well. You know, there's lots of off-road vehicles out there that you can modify just slightly to get a little better articulation. Obviously, this one has some larger tires on it. How large are these tires, Carl?
These are 37-inch.
Ooh, that's impressive.
So, pretty good size. Pretty good size.
37-inch. You have an easy time eating girls? You ever been to a sway bar?
I just tell them the tire size.
Yeah.
I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about sway bars and articulation. So this concludes our section on tech.
Panoramic views most people only dream of are right around the corner when we come back on The Rock. Fearless's Folly Trail was created by Snoopy and his buddies with the approval and involvement of the Bureau of Land Management. Other sections of the trail had been run earlier in the day, so the rough wheelers decided to step it up a notch and hit Bus Stop's Bad News, named after Andy Bus Stop Hammond.
There'll be some difficulty out here today. The issues that we've had in the past were that we had to do a little rock stacking, and we get up towards the top here, and there's some cantilever off-camber stuff that it was very wet, and we were crabbing across the top of the hill, which was kind of scary.
Before they set out on this folly-filled stretch, the group decides they should get out and walk this section of the trail first.
There's a reason they call the trail Fearless's Folly, because I'm fearless and I help blaze it. And as you can see, it's foolhardy to go up it. It's a folly.
Folly or not, Andy figures he should be the one to lead the group up his section of the trail.
I hear everyone's saying they keep blazing these trails, but whose Jeep's in front?
Yeah.
Mine.
Let's go. Hey, you wouldn't let me in front. How can I blaze the trail?
It's only because you make a good anchor.
Yeah, that's it.
And with that, the bus leaves the station.
Trails that we have created, we actually did create. And we have defined the trails so that people can stay on the trails and just keep this one area for a trail. We don't want everybody driving off to the sides of the trail because this way it's going to create a lot more erosion than necessary. Besides, if you keep on one trail, it keeps getting tore up a little bit more and makes it a little bit more exciting to do a trail. Smell that fresh dirt? Lots of good traction.
Don't break nothing.
Are you ready, Bruce? Let's hit it. Later on down the road, we're going to get some special signs that the Bureau of Land Management is going to supply us that will mark the trails accordingly with the GPS readings and mile marker readings. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to go up these trails.
I'm stuck. I can't imagine what happened. I think these guys moved some rocks so that I would get stuck.
Looks like it's time for the first winch of the day. And with a little help from anchor boy Andy, Bruce has made it through. Now Snoopy's been watching things very closely from further down the trail.
I got a pretty good shot of making it up there. I've got a little bit more ground clearance, a little bit wider tire. And this may be an advantage to having a long wheelbase.
Okay, well, let's see what you got there, Snoop.
That's just downright sick.
Now, Bruce, you didn't really intend to sound downright jealous, did you?
Woo! They broke it in for me. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I believe the longer wheelbase is an advantage because it is longer. I was able to get good footings on the bottom and the top, and then just give it a little bit of gas, and it just hooked right up and just pulled me right up.
With the first part of the hill behind them, the guys move in a few strategically placed rocks. And again, it's Bus Stop showing us why this trail's aptly named Bad News. So how's it feel to be a trailblazer there, Bruce?
I don't want to look at the right-hand side of the Jeep when I get back. Hopefully it still exists. Yeah, no problem. Piece of cake.
All right, Snoop, show us how it's done.
I ain't going nowhere. Not only am I stuck on that rock, but I'm side-hilled. This is very touchy.
So, once again, it's Bus Stop to the rescue.
Whoa, that's a big rock. Oh my gosh. I want to show you something here. See these marks right here? There's circumferentials, go around circles. That's my drive shaft hitting on there. I think I wore half my drive shaft off.
At the end of the day, Snoopy and the rough wheelers suffered no major damage. But something tells me, even if they had, this group of trailblazing four-wheelers would do whatever it takes to spend one more day in the great outdoors. Giant boulders, crunching metal, piping hot desserts. What more do you want? Coming up right here on The Rocks. Just like my great-grandpappy always told me, never underestimate a man with an 8-foot barbecue grill. Chilled to the bone. Cookie, what do you got to heat me up?
Hey, Dad, I got some On the Rocks Black Diamond chili to warm your bones.
Chili? Now,
Chili.
What do you put in your chili?
Well, tonight we're making chili with ground beef, pork, onion, several kinds of beans to really liven up the chili. Of course, you gotta have tomato sauce, tomato paste, and we're gonna top it off with cheese, maybe some jalapenos, and just have an unbelievably nice warm chili.
And this chili, this is good to have on a trail.
Well, you know, Dave, it's really good on a trail when you get home from the trail, because at the campsite, the campground, after a long day, a good bowl of chili, it just feels good in your tummy. You sit at the fire and enjoy the campfire, and there's nothing like it.
You know, I feel warmer already, Cookie.
That's because you're standing behind the stove. Believe me, it's hot back here, even when it's cold.
Now, we're gonna have some chili tonight. What else you got? You got vegetables or something more important, like dessert?
Well, you know what? You want to help finish up the pudding pies?
I don't know, is it quick?
Quick pudding pies. Here, hang on to that.
All right.
Let me grab the pie crust.
Shaken, not stirred.
Set it right here for now.
And then what am I gonna do? Spoon it,
You're gonna
pour
very
it?
carefully, you're gonna very gingerly, you're gonna pour each little cup.
Okay. It popped, so it's fresh.
It's fresh. There you go. Let me get a little spoon here and help. There you go.
Spooneroonie.
Let's move on to the next one.
Oh, look at us
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Man, we're quick.
Yeah.
Pie, done. Pie, done. Pie, done. Pie, done. 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 You're not quick enough.
Very good.
Now,
Dave,
let's cover
Dave.
it with cream.
Dave, you're quick, man.
No, I know. You're not the first to tell me that.
Almost got this.
All right.
Okay.
6
we'll-
people don't get pie.
No, we'll spread it. We can make this work.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
I'm just going to put a little...
Shake it.
You got me doing a lot of shaking.
I know. Well, you know.
I'm starting to wonder
Somebody's
about your...
got to do the shaking.
I'm worried about your intentions.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm getting in touch with my feminine side.
A little more on this one. You're very obedient.
Well, a couple of years of marriage, do that to anybody.
And there you go. Quick pudding pie on the rock.
Best part of the day is right now.
Yeah, end of the day.
End of the day. I got through it. I didn't get embarrassed too bad, too often. Didn't get stuck hardly but once or twice. But sit back with our friends, and you guys too.
Thank you. He uses those terms loosely.
Loosely, very loosely.
It's all good just to be out of town and enjoying my friends' company and out away from all the hassles and people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happens. It's
Well said.
Well said. Waking up and looking out the window and seeing the desert. It's so good.
Well, I'll tell you that off-camber section was definitely the wildest time I had today. That was good. But I'll tell you, that was, you get this feeling as to how much farther should you push this, you know, and so.
Yeah, and on that same thought on that last turn if you were coming up there, and my vehicle was not wanting to go up the hill. It kept wanting to go down the hill. The more I turned it, the more it wanted to go this way. And I know Bruce was getting that same feeling. And that is not a good feeling.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
side hill was one thing, but that had to be about I would say about a 7 or 8 foot drop off.
Oh, yeah.
The downhill off camber is a real thrill with the automatic transmission because the only way you have to slow it down is the brakes. The brakes stop the front wheels, and it's really hard to take your foot off the brake when you're speeding up, going down the hill about to die.
Well, I want to thank all you guys for taking us across this trail. Great job working with the Bureau of Land Management to get authority to get in here and prove that the off-roaders are more than just beat them up. And I noticed all you guys were picking up trash along the trails.
We enjoyed having you guys out. We enjoyed it a lot, actually. It was a fun day. It was a fun day.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Same.
Until the next trail.
Rick, next trail, next time.
All right, thanks a lot.
Rick,
thank you.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see you guys.